discrepancies.
Let me get.
Yeah, like, nah.
Your dad was a hokey man. His dad was a hokey man. You are a hokey man.
No, you could break tradition.
This crunchy?
Break tradition. Break tradition. What's your trajectory? Make your decisions. Break tradition. What's your trajectory? Just make your decisions. Just wisen up. Believe in yourself. Knowing your value. What's your worth? What's your value? Add it up. What's it amount to? What's it amount to? Are you floating where you drown to?
I'm doing this shit like I'm doing this shit. I'm doing this shit like I'm doing this shit. Motherfucker can't see me and you know I'm vicious. And I'm on my ones and twos and I'm trying to be cool, but I'm not smoking cigarettes. That is cool. I'm bull. How are you?
Like this shit with the tool. I got wiser when I drew. My mindset was different. I had to brainstorm and realize the sunshine isn't always beneficial. It ain't always beneficial. It's the balance in the nutrients and the grain by grain, brick by brick. My train of thoughts is like the blue one. I think I can on every thought. On every thought. My mind is the train just like the blue thought.
The blue thought, just like the blue thing, I'm like Blue Clue. Steve don't have a clue, man. I'm just doing this like niggas can't see the shoes, man. Shoes on my feet, I'm looking like the blues, man. You get that, the blue man?
Yep, the ones that dance.
Yeah, the blue man.
Universal Studio. My mind is enhanced. Brain cells is breakdancing. Damn, mountain climb, man. Ain't stressing on nothing. Racquetball, I got the packet. You can't fuck with me. I just wanted to find a different luxury. My mind state wows me every fucking time, but fuck it. I get so many buckets and I don't even dribble. Say I'm talking in riddles, riddle me this. If you had one wish, would you want to fish or learn how to fish? What's the balance? What's your worth in this earth? I'm high as a flight attendant. My mind is a pendant. No gold though.
I'm independent, I'm punching shit like Pacquiao. I'm doing this shit like Mascow. I'm doing this shit like Mask Wow. Mask on, mask off, nigga, I'm proud of myself. I'm a dad and I'm going wild. I'm just doing this shit like wildin' out, but I'm wildin' out.
High rising, I feel my heartbeat. I feel my BPMs, them shit's raising me. I swear I raised myself. Thank you, Mother Nature, but I raised myself. I learned myself, had to bridge the gaps. Had no man in home, I'm the man perhaps. Perhaps I had to draw on the maps. Perhaps I had to learn and explore for myself. Perhaps. What's the next fact? I gotta live that.
What's the next fact? I'm just doing this shit. You rubbing this shit like Ned Flat. You was fucking this shit. I'm doing this shit like Ned Flan. And I see this shit.
Always on PJs, but I never have jet lag.
Is that a private jet or a plain Jane?
Alright. Because either way, it's about time, whether it's in the air or on land.
That was hard.
Nah, that beat took, like, that shit was taking over my body for a second. That'd be like, what the hell? That shit, like, took my whole rhythm. They told me not to breathe the way I've been breathing. And I was like, what do I believe? Like, what do I really believe? Like, what is it that I believe? Like, not what people have told me to believe, not what people have shown me to believe, not what people have forced me to believe. What do I believe? But that's a scary thing if everybody has that freedom. Because some minds won't lead to the righteousness, some will lead to the pure evil. And then the wickedness and the righteousness will have a battle. Instead of working together, you know, life without a paddle, figure the shit out. I built the raft. You gotta project what you don't have. Just because it's not raining now don't mean you don't need the sandbags. And the hurricanes taught me that route. Gotta tape the window, glass shatters. Gotta tape the window, cause they the eyes to the soul. Gotta wear the Ray-Bans, I gotta protect my soul.
one thing you have in life, you know, is the fact that a motherfucker will believe whatever they don't know. Don't let that go over your head.
Right. Like,
Right.
eventually that has to happen. Once you believe something, it was stemmed from you didn't know something.
Right.
But you believe something you didn't know. It stemmed from that all the time, every single time.
Right, because I watched my mom grow up my whole life and tell me she was broke. And I watched the things she accumulate. And I'm like, you can't be broke doing these things. You feel me? So, like, in my mind, it's like, that's what you have to do. You have to tell a motherfucker something, have them believe that. Once you believe it, it don't matter what goes on. You think in your mind, this is this. You feel me? That's hard.
Be happy because they some devious shit. Yeah, I'm able to be myself. Be happy. At peace, you know what I mean? Either way.
Keep going on the beat, bro. I just see my nigga in San Diego. What's up, though? I am in the Tesla on the Casa Migos. I'm lying, man. I'm on the Cazella Sloop, Raspado.
Smoking on gelato.
He got a bottle, I got a bottle. The big bottle.
All the odds behind me, all the odds against me, all the odds behind me. Gotta watch my grinding, gotta watch my timing, gotta watch the topic. I ended up in tropics with my feet in the sand. Water shores and my shore. I just seen Sally. Did she love me or was she a whore? It don't matter, cause in my mind I need 2 or 3 or 4, plenty. It's like once you have more, then you want even more. It's like if you had 4, now you want 5. And I don't want to live like that. I want to live like I just have enough, but like more than enough, but just enough. More than enough, but just enough. More than enough, I'm just enough. I'm more than enough, I'm just enough. This can't be a bluff, it's gotta be real. Cause life is tough, life is tough.
Life is tough, life is real. I'm doing this shit like even Keeple, even Stephen. I'm just doing this shit like the man in the middle, Malcolm in the middle. I'm just doing this shit like I'm trying to have a riddle. Have a riddle, have riddle me this stop sign and you stopping like shit.
Shit.
Oh, run through that bitch.
Run through that bitch. Stop it like shit. Run through that bitch. Run through that
what's
bitch.
up, dude? You scared the hell out of me.
Stopping like shit. Watching my wrist. Talking like this. Why the fuck she talking like this? I thought she mattered like this. I thought she wanted everything I had to offer. But she ended up killing me softer. Softly. 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 Thank you for that. I guess I can appreciate the intentions in it. Yeah, I wanna dip in your pussy cause it's heaven sent, heaven sent. What's the metaphor for the allure that you bring me? I was yo. My mind is on different combinations of equations because I know there's multiple routes. I'd rather learn the route because it applies to concepts rather than learn the black and whites and the exceptions because that gets tricky trying to decipher between the 3. It's more than enough when you gotta decipher between the 2. But it ain't yes or no. It's a maybe now. It ain't yes or no. Okay. She was vulnerable. I was honorable. I had to let her go. I loved her deeply though. She was vulnerable. I was honorable. I had to let her go. I loved her deeply though. She was no hoe. Just wasn't enough for my mind to grasp around being the only one. Can I tie myself down to that? I don't need an anchor. I just want to float because sharks will drown if they don't move. I gotta stay mobile. I gotta stay mobile, gotta stay motionful. I gotta be mobile. I'm living life like my mind would lead me to mobility. Now I think about life.
I'm just mindful of my mind, but I'm not grinding my energy all the time. I'm trying to harness it. I'm trying to do this shit like harvest time. But it's harvest, bitch. That's when I'm getting the weed for 80% off. That is fucking insane. That's like $6 to 8. Wow.
And that's what, when you break down concepts, because he was doing that in the street, and now even in the corporations you do it, which is when you know who you are, which is what we began with. Like, yes, we know who we are, but it's time to be greater and apply those things to achieve greater. But yeah, we could do it with these things. We know how to do it with what we want and do what we want to get. But now we got to apply it to the broader things, even though we got to have the focus real narrow. You feel me? The bullseye, I got to hit the small dot, and that's the bullseye with the bow and arrow. There's a lot of things. It's more than intangibles. It's more than IQ. It's more than I could influence. It's more than hachu. It's more than bless you. It's more than hypotheses and hyperboles. It's more than values. It's even more than C's.
More disease. That what you said?
Whatever sounds fire.
Like vaccine, like disease, like.
Yep, whatever sounds fire. That's what it was. Disease, yeah.
Pull ups it like that.
That's what it was.
Keep it like that. Punch it in.
Whatever you said, boy, that's what I said. That's why you heard it.
That's what I said. I said already.
Yeah, I like that one. Like I said it already.
Yeah, that's that Birdman.
I said it already.
So why come here and talk? I said it already.
That was my point. I said it already. I got to the period. That's my statement. And I said it already. And I had it already. Epiphany suggested that my therapeutic flows was harnessed in me. Yes, I'm harnessed in energy and I'm vibrating slow. Finding this life obstacles, learning through the dots that I had to bridge in between. I got inside their jeans.
I ate asparagus and my piss is clean. I'm just doing this like Visine. I took an IV, that is 5 in Roman noodle. I'm just doing this shit like
Roman numerals. I prayed to God with no reverend, cause I didn't need a bridge to gap that. I'm just going past the maps and the gaps. I'm just living life like take the real leap. I'm taking my life like I was a little that didn't know how to and then I learned how to by taking my steps to.
I pray my brain and mind go to heaven and my soul go to the orca. That's a killer whale. That's them shit that like shampoo. I'm just doing this shit. Hair has no shampoo. Growing my dreads out, the dirtier the better. But you know I keep it clean, just like I keep it Mr. Clean. No ball, but I'm doing this shit like the one.
You say you got fatty, well I'm fattier. You say you got hoes, well I'm hoier. I got a lot of dimes in my pocket, but you can't hear the jingle. But you hear the ding, ding, ding when I'm drinking on the Raspadado. Hell if I know. I just wanted to live life as if I seemed like it was unstoppable. The forces will meet in the head-to-head friction, like them Rams on that one show on television. My vision's broad, my vision is scary, my vision is broad, legendary.